Alright, for a while now, I've been asking y'all to pretend like your government wasn't there. And now, it should be a lot easier for you. But I've been here, and I'm gonna stay here. And this is an official THORNEWS super high alert. I'm giving you a week of warning, but a very bad storm we have coming up. Very bad. If it turns out anything like the models are making it, this is gonna be a doozy. And doozies are not good. Yeah, sun's acting weird. I'm acting weird. You're acting weird. Everybody's acting weird.
I need your love.
This is a THORNEWS presentation. Hit the button, baby. This is today's weather. Another clipper rolls through. The West Coast is continuing to get pounded. I saw some video of some pretty nasty waves that were hitting Washington. Major waves. The 23rd clipper is just the undercard, the major storm that I'm warning you about. Okay, our storm starts to kick up in the middle of America on the 27th. And notice how you have a low here, and then you have the front here. And they're going to hook up to do major damage. And notice the situation in the North Pacific 8 days from now is still super rainy, super wet, pretty scary. So this is 27th. We step it forward, we see our first feature of red. So we got a lot of moisture. We got 8 days to go, so these models will move. South, west, east, we don't know yet. We'll keep tracking it. But notice how it continues to drop a lot of rain. And so that is, what, 12 hours later? And it's still red in this area. It's still red along the coast. And this moisture will be streaming up. The west has still been getting pounded for almost a week. And notice this red has been there now for a day and a half. And the storm and rain extends all the way up into Canada. It's going to soak the coast. And then it'll move up the coast. I mean, look at that. That's nasty. It's a lot of nastiness. And it won't technically move out of America till the 31st. So it looks like it's going to be slow and drop a ton of rain, possibly some snow, sleet, moisture. And then, of course, about 3 days later, we got our next one. And look at those isobars, baby. Isobar, baby. Okay, that was dumb. Look at those isobars, baby. It means it's going to be windy. So, that's me putting it out there. We're looking at a very slow storm, which looks like it may drop a whole lot of rain. It's caught my eye about a week ago. And what I'm going to show you now is when they do a model run every 6 hours projecting future weather, I'm going to show you why this storm has been concerning me and why I've been keeping a close eye on it. This starts as one storm, but this is a front and this is a Gulf Coast low pressure. And the two hook up in what I named a while back Quetzalcoatl storm, a monster. And so this is going to be all the runs of the same day. Right up here means 10 to 16 inches of rain, possibly even 2 feet. Remember, the storm, as of now, is moving pretty slow, as opposed to the clipper that'll be moving through in 2 or 3 days. And that storm is going to look like a cakewalk in comparison to this. So this is just different model run variations. This is like 10 runs in the last 3 or 4 days, okay? So this was the run. Yeah, this is what it looks like now. But notice how this is the same day that it's modeling. And notice how no matter what, it's always, whether it be here, every single time, it has a lot. Look at that one. Just a ton of rain, moisture, precipitation. So far we've seen 2 that don't have any yellow or red in it. But so the models consistently show it dropping a ton of moisture. And any, like, however it makes the model, see up to there. So yeah, only 2 of about 10 don't show any red. I mean, this is the latest one. It's got a ton of red over Louisiana, and that just moves up. So this is me giving you a heads up, bro. We'll go ahead and watch the European run on windy.com and then the GFS. See how this is putting a lot of red in the middle of America, and then it has a lot of the moisture going up the coast. The European actually has it moving faster, puts more moisture in the middle of America, and then along the coast. But man, look at this. The Azore High, which is like a giant Captain Hook of moisture, into Europe. So you got a rain band that technically wraps all the way around. It's like a 4,000-mile rain band, man. Rain band. And then this area is still getting pounded. Someone mentioned, well, they always get a lot of rain. Well, getting a lot of rain on top of a lot of rain on top of a lot of rain on top of a lot of rain is bad. All right, so that was the European. It only goes to the 29th. So is the GFS. Let it roll. 25th. Notice how this got the whole coast getting blasted over there. And then that big storm moves in. And then the Gulf Coast moisture hooks up with the front to create a lot of rain. From Louisiana, Alabama, Mississippi, Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, and then the bad moisture reappears around Maine, Connecticut, Nova Scotia. But remember, this will change, and so one thing I'm skeptical of is, if you'll notice, even though it continues the moisture stream, as it moves up the coast, we don't see as much moisture. Now, that may hold true, but it's still connected to the stream, so, and we get that heavy moisture back up there, so we will have to see. Let's watch the GFS one more time, close up on the coast. And then I'll let you guys go play on Saturday. And I don't believe in either political party, and I don't have faith in any politicians. So like for the last few years, I've literally been watching Republicans and Democrats totally dehumanize each other, which is the first step of war. You have to dehumanize your opponent. So it's almost like if someone were going to kill 150 million Americans, people are okay with that. They're like, half more people I didn't like anyway. And that is unacceptable. So Louisiana, Alabama, Florida, and like, look, see, it peters out the moisture stream as it goes up, but I don't think that's going to be the case. And I think the whole freaking coast is going to get soaked now. Just out of curiosity. And that thing, that monster. All right, do some temperature, shall we? All right, we'll start from today. This is the GFS. And my fellow Texans, I guarantee you before winter's over, you get another day or two of snow. Here's our clipper. It's strange how all these storms are always followed by cold. We get the heat up during the day, and comes our storm down through the Rockies. See, literally the Gulf moisture is going to be the thing driving the warm-up of temps. And then notice how it's followed by the freezing cold right after it. Watch the purple plunge. So, strange days indeed. And let's check in on Europe. They've been getting slammed pretty hard lately by storm, by wave after wave after wave after wave after wave. So that thing touches Mexico and the United Kingdom at the same time. It's a rain band, man. It's a rain band. Europe, windy, wet, and cold. I mean, look at the clipper compared to the size of that. It broke my supercomputer, so this can't even handle it. Man, see? Sweet. All right. Yay. Yeah, look at that. Big trouble. Ireland, United Kingdom, France, Sweden. Just constant moisture. So the clipper that swings through America, ends up in Europe. So watch, man. It literally like wraps all the way around up into... That's just crazy. That almost looks like a hurricane. The weather situation is real, and it's getting worse. Have no fear. Stay aware. And try and keep good humor. Makes everything easier. Better. And remember, people, we are all in this together, whether you like it or not. And I'm not saying there aren't vampires out there. I'm just saying Mother Nature pours out her wrath upon the just and the unjust. And I'll get into this later, but this somehow was just mesmerized by last night. So you got a volcano zone, high pressure, low pressure, low pressure. The Cleveland volcano is right about there. So this is the clipper system that'll be moving through, and then that's the big storm. And there's your volcano, and there's your high pressure system, and your high pressure system. All right. This has been an informative Thor News episode. So it's weird a lot of times. I'm really trying to save lives and wake people up, get people aware. But when everybody's arguing about politics, I don't feel as much pressure. So in this wave after wave after wave after wave period, your government is shut down. And it's oversimplistic to blame a single person or even party. And there are 535 people in Congress. And they all take corporate contributions from non-American corporations. Another thing, from my understanding, during the shutdown, you're going to see your national weather services provided by the government operate in a limited capacity. So I'm going to have to step up and be at the top of my game during this time to help keep you guys informed, aware, and prepared for what is coming. And so I would severely, super appreciate contributions and donations to my channel because it is funded solely by you, the public. And so if you'd like me to continue to do this through the next 2 weeks and next month, I depend upon you. And I super appreciate it. So I'll give you my all, as I almost always do. I'd appreciate all your help keeping my stellar operation, which does wonderful things with extremely limited resources. I'd appreciate any help I can get. Now look at that, man. Rain band. In the Philippines, they've just been getting hammered too. Oh, that looks interesting. That's a lot of moisture. Alright, stay cool. Talk to you guys soon. Time for good people put aside their petty differences is now. We must find higher common ground together. We must find common ground, and then we must find higher ground. We must adapt to the Earth weather changes that are coming our way rapidly and intensifying in scope and intensity. All right. I want y'all to stay cool.